Hello and welcome to another AB Helicopters video. In today's flight we're taking an R66 Helicopter from Denham on the London heli route. Now this time we're going on H3, which is the heli route which joins from the south west of the London control zone and goes all the way up to join the River Thames just short of the city. Now we do a number of videos about London on this channel. So why do we do so many? Well, first of all, London's a really cool place to fly over, and we are incredibly privileged to actually enjoy the view of flying over the centre of the city in a helicopter. Now, secondly, the London control zone is very complicated, and for a lot of pilots who are not familiar with controlled airspace or perhaps the radio telephony that goes with it, going up with an instructor is a really good opportunity to learn a little bit more about getting confident with dealing with the radio and different levels of clearances that you can get. Furthermore, the London control zone is a great place to practice your skills, not only in terms of the accuracy of your flying, navigation-wise, but also in terms of being able to hold position or an altitude or indeed a heading, and as I mentioned as well, getting up to speed with the radio. And making sure that you're confident in terms of those radio calls. And then those skills can be transferred to other controlled airspace when you're crossing, for example, just up the road, Luton or Gatwick, and of course, just developing your skills for general flying is always a benefit. A little bit more about this particular flight. We're coming from Denham, which is at the top of the zone, and we're actually going to work our way all the way around to the west of the zone to rejoin the London control zone at Bagshot. Bagshot is the entry point for H3. There's a mast there. Now in the video we will mix in a little bit of the intercom and also the radio with a little bit of commentary, just so you have a good idea of what's going on, what we're looking for at each stage of the flight. Coming up H3, we eventually cross over the M25 motorway at Thorpe, which is a leisure park. Then continue round, intercept H9. So H9 is the north-south route. If you're going to do a Heathrow crossing, you would go on H9, and we're going to pass that at the intersection of H9 and H3 at Sunbury Lock. Then continue over Teddington, over Richmond Park, up to the river to join the river at Barnes. Fulham Football Ground is the key landmark we're looking for there. And then we're on H4, which is the main helicopter route that encompasses the tourist sites of London, as it were. In this flight, we are only going to go as far as London Bridge, not all the way to the Isle of Dogs, and then we'll turn back around and then actually join H9. Now in this flight we're taking the R66 Helicopter, as I mentioned. This one has been fitted out with all of the electronic gizmos from the factory, so it has the Garmin touchscreen, it has the HeliSAS autopilot, and it also has floats as well, which is always a nice thing to have if you're flying over water. On this video we're going to skip through the full details of the startup. However, we do have a video that goes through each step of the checklist, so if you're interested, please click on the link on the top right hand side. As with all of our videos, please don't forget to leave any comments or questions in the section below, and we'll try and get back to you. Subscribe to keep up to date with our latest videos, and enjoy the flight.
Okay, clear my side. Clear your side. Okay, clear? Okay. It's coming up. It's coming up. 10 below 150 and go for it. Hand on. And coming back. 30.
Oil pressure's coming up, oil temperature's coming
into
up.
the green. MTC still in the green. Up to 50, M1, and 60.
Good.
Okay, avionics. Yep, that's all
That
working.
certainly sounded like it worked.
Okay, bringing the throttle up then. Increase slowly to full open. N1.
Wind up the throttle.
Bravo, Mike November, readability. Got Bravo, Golf, Mike November, Chip 1, currently north side by the pumps, VFR flight to
Full throttle we have.
Not yet.
Denham radio, good morning, helicopter November 166 Mike Golf and R66 at HQ. 3 on board, the pilot's name is Brand, request airport information and radio check for a flight into the London zone, returning to Denham. About an hour.
November 166 Mike Golf, Denham, readable site. Runway 06, left hand circuit, QNH 1036.
06 left hand, the circuit, QNH 1036. November 166, Mike Golf.
Hey, sir. Golf Oscar Papa. Oscar Papa.
November 166, Mike Golf, lifting HQ.
166 Mike Golf, roger. Service wind 0305 knots, call ready for departure.
We'll go, Mike Golf.
Nice.
November 166 Mike Golf, ready for immediate departure.
166 Mike Golf, roger. In turn to the one rolling on the hard, the surface wind 0305 knots.
Following in turn, Golf. November 166 Mike Golf.
Golf Mike November, ready for departure. Golf Mike November, there's a rotary departing off the north side cross, 0305. Yeah, I have visual. Golf Mike, ready to depart. Current location for a circuit. Golf Papa India, roger, if ready in.
November 166 Mike Golf is clear of the zone to the north, going to Farnborough 162.8 connect. Okay. Farnborough radar, good morning, helicopter November 166 Mike Golf, request station service.
Information to controller workload, caution, intense gliding activity around Lasham today. Is also contact your right, 2 o'clock, converging tracks, 2 miles, no level indicated.
Looking at 2 Foxtrot Sierra.
2 Foxtrot Sierra, opposite direction, traffic, 3 miles, no level indicated.
Looking 2 Foxtrot. Farnborough radar, good morning, Golf Oscar Papa Alpha Tango.
Golf Oscar Papa Alpha Tango, Farnborough radar, standby, handover in progress. India November, ATZ transit approved east of the airfield, altitude 2,400 feet.
Shall we try him again?
I think Golf Kilo Charlie in November will climb to 2,000.
He's a bit busy, isn't he?
Transit approved to the east of the airfield.
The only other option you've got is go
November, Roger.
directly to London, but seeing as you get quite close,
Romeo Charlie, take a southbound turn to become position, please.
it is good to talk about.
Traffic east to be 2 miles to establish. Turning southbound, thank you, Golf Romeo Charlie.
Good morning, helicopter November 166 Mike Golf. So we're going H3, H4, Denham to Denham via London Bridge. Looking to enter the zone at
Bagshot mast.
Bagshot mast. H3, H4. Return to Denham via H3, H9, H10. H10, H9. Heathrow, good morning, helicopter November 166 Mike Golf, request zone entry.
November 166 Mike Golf, Heathrow, hello, squawk 7032, London QNH 1036, bus message.
November 166 Mike Golf, squawk 7032, London QNH 1036, R66 Robinson helicopter, Denham to Denham via London Bridge. Currently overhead Reading, 1,500 feet on 1036. Request zone entry, backshot mast, H3 to London Bridge, return to Denham, H9, H10.
November 6 Mike Golf, as I'm you identified, you got a basic service. And did you particularly want to enter the zone at backshot, or would you like a direct route from your presentation to Thorpe during the route?
Do you want to go?
Yeah, we'll go backshot. We'd like to enter at backshot if that's okay, please.
November 6 Mike Golf, A Further, clear to enter controlled airspace, the Heathrow zone. At backshot, brooding Hotel 3, standard operating altitude, VFR, initially with a clearance limit of Teddington.
Clear to enter the zone at backshot with a clearance limit of Teddington, standard operating altitude, November 166 Mike Golf.
November 6 Mike Golf, that's correct, and just confirm it is a VFR clearance.
VFR clearance, 166 Mike Golf, apologies.
No problem, thank you. November 6 Mike Golf, entering controlled airspace, radar control service.
Radar control service, November 166 Mike Golf.
As we enter the London control zone at the VRP of Bagshot, the maximum altitude is 2,000 feet. However, immediately afterwards, at M3 Junction 3, the Farnborough VRP, this drops back down to 1,000 feet and continues at 1,000 all the way along H3 past Sunbury Lock up until we join the River Thames at Barnes. We're now coming up to the VRP of Thorpe, and this is where the M25 intersects the M3 motorway. If we looked off to our left hand side, we'd see the town of Staines and also the major airport of Heathrow.
So now we start to actually break away from the M3.
Well, a lot of traffic on the M25.
We're now approaching Sunbury Lock, As mentioned before, Sunbury Lock is where H9, the north-south route, intersects with H3, the route that we're currently on. Some good landmarks to look out for. On the right-hand side is the Queen Elizabeth II Reservoir, and on the left-hand side, behind Sunbury town itself, is the Kempton Park Racecourse.
Red 27 Alpha, just starting up again on the Royal London, this time square 161. No idea where that is.
Element 27 Alpha, 161's understood, report ready to lift.
We'll go Element 27 Alpha. Everybody's out in the parks getting injured today.
Raven 2 Sierra Romeo, radar control service.
We now pass Hampton Court Palace on the right hand side, which was the royal residence of King Henry VIII in the Tudors. We're going across Bushy Park, we then go over Teddington Lock is the next VRP, before continuing on over Richmond Park.
1,000 feet.
Was that for us?
Yeah, Caesar's camp is over there, right?
Yeah. Just, I didn't know if that call was for us or not.
Hello against Golf, Bravo, Yankee, Bravo, India, stalking 4312.
Got Bravo Yankee, Bravo India, Heathrow, let's call them, put your level London QNH 1036.
I only have 1,200, 1036, Golf, Bravo, yeah. Oh, there's boats down there.
Element 27 Alpha's ready to lift. Element 27 Alpha, thank you.
Right.
Discretion, direction
Close them out, armed.
1,500 feet. And is that you, please?
Taxi this afternoon.
Alright, Roger. Squawk 7000 and pre-call Red Hill, bye-bye.
And Heathrow, Raven 2 Sierra Romeo.
Raven 2 Sierra Romeo.
I'm for
information. Helimed landing south of Vauxhall Bridge, 2 miles 900 feet.
Yeah,
and there is also a survey for fixed wing just overhead that same site, descending to 1,500 feet now, routing north and then eastbound.
visual with the traffic, November 166, my Golf.
2 Sierra Romeo traffic, 166, just overhead Battersea now, eastbound on the river 900 feet.
Visual. They can find somewhere to put it down.
Yeah.
November 6 Mike Golf, fixed wing traffic past the Navy just to the north of you now by a mile, 1,500 feet, in the left turn to route again eastbound.
Visual with the fixed wing traffic, November 166, my Golf.
Thank you. Traffic. When you get opposite direction R66 traffic, he is turning at London Bridge to route westbound again. Currently 1 mile to the west of London Bridge.
Obstacle.
Some traffic left in Golf.
Caution. Obstacle. Caution.
Looking for the traffic,
Obstacle.
Golf.
Obstacle.
November 166, my Golf.
Caution.
Golf Bravo India, visual.
Golf Bravo India, thanks.
Did you call turning as well?
Yeah. November 166, Mike Golf, turning London Bridge.
Obstacle. Obstacle.
November 6 Mike Golf, thank you.
Caution.
Reciprocal is
Obstacle.
approved.
Obstacle. Caution. Obstacle. Obstacle.
Raven 2 Sierra Romeo, I think this eastbound track's going to be your last one, I'm afraid, before city.
November 166, Mike Golf, can you confirm our clearance westbound, please?
November 166 Mike Golf, your westbound clearance is all approved, standard altitude VFR.
Westbound clearance, all approved, standard altitude VFR, November 166, Mike Golf.
As we now continue westbound along the river, we have the Chelsea Bridge up ahead, and on the right hand side the Royal London Hospital. We're also looking out for any traffic that may be departing or arriving into Battersea Heliport, which is on the left hand side just around the bend in the river. We're now approaching the Barnes VIP from the other direction. We can see off to the left hand side over the playing fields is the route on H3 back towards Richmond Park and the way we came. We're actually going to continue along H10 and up towards Hammersmith.
Classic Wings 1, you are cleared westbound to remain to the west of a north-south line through London Bridge. Not above altitude 1,300 feet and remain clear of Romeo 157 and 158.
Remaining clear of Romeo 157, 158, cleared westbound not above 1,300 feet, remaining south of the line, that's the one.
So coming up west of a north-south line through London Bridge.
West, north-south, that's copy, that's the one.
Golf Bravo India, left to shot airspace now. Basic service, mine service, terminate, stand off, please do.
X7 advise, open correction, 778, stand 62, Golf Bravo India.
Golf Echo is at Burnham, routing north of Denham now.
Golf Echo, thanks, walk LM and report your altitude, radar control.
Ident, just passing 900 feet for 1,100 feet.
Roger, height, a bit low.
Thank you.
Right, so that's it. Now, a couple of important things. Watching this video is no substitute for actually going up with an experienced pilot or an instructor. The workload in the London control zone can escalate very quickly. You've had a couple of clips on the radio with other traffic, heli-med aircraft, all sorts can happen, which can suddenly increase the workload dramatically. So make sure you are prepared, make sure you've got a current chart, study the chart beforehand and check the NOTAMs to make sure that there aren't any activities going on in London that would stop you from doing the route you want to do. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comment section below and don't forget to subscribe.